Hi, this is John, Free Health and Beauty Secrets. Are you confused? Well, you should be. I mean, think about the number of machines and, first of all, the stupid names. Coolsculpting, Emsculpting, M-facing, M-toning. I mean, Cutera makes Trusculpt and, what is it, Trusculpt and Flex. Took me half a year to figure those two out. But it's absurd. And the other thing is, when I look, when we were in the business in 2007, we were the only ones. I mean, we were the only, and there was only one non-surgical device. It was called Thermage. It got FDA approval in 2001, and it was for wrinkles and rhytids. Rhytids is a fancy word for wrinkles. So now there was no one else, and now we have 100 competitors, and many of them, or most of them, are telling you to book yourself. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, even a doctor doesn't know most of this stuff. You have to have been doing this for at least 15 years and understand the technologies and how they work, and radio frequency, freezing the fat, ultrasound, what's good, what's bad, what are the side effects of each type of treatment. And you have to have performed those treatments on a number of people until you really have a good understanding and feel for what works on different people with different degrees of laxity, loose skin, stretch marks, maybe cellulite combination problems. And so if you perform those treatments thousands of times, you would have an idea what works and what doesn't work. So I'm with you. I get it that you're confused. And I would suggest you probably start out by going to someone that has 10 or 15 years experience. I mean, really, do you want to go to some place that just got bankrolled by Wall Street? I was reading about one of these firms that they raised $100 million. Apparently they only did 15 million in revenue. And they were bragging that the way they work is they don't even do plumbing. They put water in a tank. This way, if the location doesn't work out, they'll just move on. So this is who you're going to establish a relationship with and trust for your skin care. Like what your face is going to look like for the long term. Their commitment isn't even to do plumbing. I mean, oh my God. Anyway, I'm freeballing here, but there's so much to say. I don't even know where to start. And I don't know I wish this could be interactive. I'd like to know what you're interested in. I'd say, the first thing is, let's be logical. You don't have to be a doctor to understand this stuff. Even when it comes to heat or freezing. So when you take a bag of water and you put it in your freezer and you make a bag of ice and then you take it out, take the water out, you have nothing but a wrinkly bag left. That's Coolsculpting. That's Coolsculpting when it works. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work. Paradoxical hyperplasia. Google search it yourself. As a matter of fact, Google search Linda Evangelista and Coolsculpting. What a horror show. They disfigured this person and she sued him for $50 million. I mean, why would anyone take that risk? When you do heat, you're simultaneously using radio frequency, so that same technique that is used every day by 70 or 80 different technologies to hit the collagen layer, shrink the collagen and get smoother, tighter skin, you're using that technology to go to the fat layer, melt the fat. The side effect is smoother, tighter skin. What would you rather have? More loose skin or smoother, tighter skin? And guess what? More loose skin is yet another $5,000 procedure. That's insane. So there's no logic to Coolsculpting except for the $100 million advertising budget. They spent $100 million in 1 year. That's more than GM. GM, all their brands, Buick, Pontiac, Hummer, Cadillac, Chevrolet, all the brands put together is $100 million. That's what they spent on Coolsculpting. So yeah, give me $100 million, I'll sell you dog shit. No, I wouldn't do that, but I'm just telling you it's $100 million. That's what a $100 million budget does. So let's get that elephant out of the room. I had someone call me last week. They had done Coolsculpting under their chin, and now they're all lumpy and disfigured, which is also what happened. Another thing I believe that happened to Linda Evangelista. That's ridiculous. Why would anyone take that risk? So now we have all the heat-based systems. Well, where do you go? So how about going to someone that has 10 or 15 years experience? Sorry to talk about ourselves, but I was talking to Danielle and I said, even if you're doing 10 or 20 treatments a week, she goes, John, a lot more than that, times 50 weeks, that's $1,000 a year. Seven says, yeah. She goes, yeah, I've done 20,000 treatments. You think that a person like that might have an idea what might work? So when you go on a website and they're bragging about what they did in 2007, in 2010, in 2008, maybe they've been around for a while. When I look at New York, I actually played a little game. I went on Yelp, I typed in cosmetic doctor, and there were over 700, and I said, nah, it can't be. So I went to like number 700, yeah, cosmetic doctor, $6.99, $6.98, went all the way down to like $6.50. They're all cosmetic doctors. You can't take a free consult from every one of them, so you have to use some common sense criteria. Start with someone who has 10 or 15 years experience, number one. Number two, go to someone that has 6 different technologies, at least, if not 12. You know, this way, common sense is they're going to sell you what's the right treatment for you. They have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. They're not going to sell you the one that doesn't work when they have you the one that is the most cost effective and is going to give you the most value and the best results. So start with, if you use those 2 criteria, you'll probably be only choosing between maybe 6 doctors in New York. And that's it. It's that easy. Now, as far as before and afters, let's maybe we should do another video, but that's okay. We'll make this long. You can just stop it and start it again if you think it's too long. So let's talk about before and afters. There's another elephant in the room. So our patients don't give us before and afters. We have women that spend $100,000 a year. They don't care if it's their body. They're not giving us nothing. So the people that have the most phenomenal results, they don't even let us take a before and after for in-office use, just for our own edification or their edification. But anyway, so we go to the manufacturer's website and I see hundreds and hundreds of before and afters. So I'm going to take the one that shows the greatest difference, so that when you look at it on your iPhone and it's only 1 inch big, you can actually see what's the best that this procedure can accomplish. You know, so if you're outside that range, chances are it's not the right treatment for you. We don't want to fool anybody. We want to have some integrity. Oh, next topic, integrity. So you lose collagen every day of your life. So these treatments, when you're doing skin tightening or something like that, most people who for the best results are going to repeat it at least once a year. Some people do it twice a year. So what type of integrity does one have when they're telling you to sign up for a 2 or 3 year contract for a procedure that you're going to want to repeat in 1 year? That's complete zero integrity. I go to the seminars and they're like, John, you know, you could make 30% more money if you just took financing. I'm like, we've discussed it many times. We're not going to do that. It's wrong. We let people pay as they go, but if it's completely outside your realm of affordability, it's a discretionary expense. You know, it's not, you don't take food off your table for a beauty treatment. I mean, you want to get rid of some fat. I mean, diet. I'm sorry, take the money out of my pocket. Diet, feed your kids, go for a walk. Don't be taking money out of your pocket, taking money you don't even have and signing up for a 7-year contract for something that's just not, the results are not going to last more than a year or 2. So yeah, I'm taking money out of my pocket and out of my competitors' pockets too, because you don't sign up for, you know, and put yourself into debt. And again, I go there and they're all coming up to me, all these doctors. I mean, they're freaking doctors, and they're coming up to me telling me how much more money I would make if I took financing. And then worse yet, there's, I'm not going to say the name of the company, but they're the biggest one that convinced people to sign up for stuff online. And the guy's, I should report to the medical board, he's bragging that, do you know, you put the $6,000 package in the shopping cart, they go home, and after a couple of drinks, they just buy it, you know? So now, and they finance, so now they're putting themselves into debt while they're drunk for a procedure they can't afford. I mean, on what planet? I called Danielle, I said, am I crazy? She goes, no, of course not. We would never want our patients to make a drunk decision. I mean, that is just the wrongest thing on the planet, to be excited that your patients are drunk buying a procedure that they can't afford. Oh, and of course they may have booked themselves for this thing, so it may not even be right or even safe for them. How about safety? We should have talked about that first. So I've recently heard from the reps that Emsculpt, which is electromagnetic, high frequency electromagnetic, they put the device on someone that had a pacemaker. I shouldn't be laughing, but they could have killed the person. What else? Oh, and then BTL was freaking out because, so when you have the new Emsculpt, which is radio frequency plus electrical stimulation, you have to take your little metal jean buckle and turn it inside out, because if it's pressing against your skin, it heats up. So they gave someone a 3rd-degree burn. So yeah, you might want to stick to doctor's offices. So now you're back down to about, a dozen choices from, 700 of them. So anyway, I hope this is a good starter for you. You got to use your brains and common sense. And like I said, common sense says it all, even when it comes to procedures. I mean, I was talking to someone yesterday about microneedling, and it's funny. She literally echoed what Dr. Lisa said. She said, so if you're going underneath the skin with a needle and then applying this radio frequency, how much damage are you doing? I said, yes, exactly. That's why Dr. Lisa is reticent to bring it into the practice. Are we ever going to bring it in? I don't know. But as of now, she worked at the burn unit. She knows the type of damage is going on underneath the skin. BTL is iPhoning microneedling into something called Exion. I know that 5 million people have done Morpheus. I still think that, again, common sense. You have a little fat under your skin. So we get in there with some Luxillis. It's like a flashlight for all practical purposes, and it is, because it's a frequency that's being delivered in that sense. Do you really want to go under the skin with kind of like a scalpel, because you're going in there with a needle and really digging it out? So yes, some people don't see any results at all, and some people see uneven results. Yeah, it's because what kind of tool are you using? Are you using a broad stroke, a brush, or are you using a scalpel? And even liposuction, you're going in and you're literally going in there and sucking out fat, and you come out lumpy. We get calls every day. They're like, oh, can I do Axillus? I hear my doctor says Axillus is great for getting rid of the lumps and bumps. I'm like, yeah, wait 6 months till it's all settled down, and we'll treat you. But sometimes we're reticent to do that, because now they're going to blame us for the damage that the doctor caused by doing the liposuction. So yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, drink 2 glasses of water before every meal, and lose some weight, and spend less money on these type of procedures. But if you do want to do something and you can afford it, yeah, we're here. We take care of the best people in the world, and we do give the best pricing as well, because why not? Do the right thing, sleep well at night, take care of people, and if nothing else, I sleep well and people love us. Thank you very much for listening.